Thanks, man. Appreciate that. Chà, nghe vậy. Dạ, Sapa. Ah, shit, I can't believe you've done this.
Competition saloon, you can actually have it as a rear-wheel drive model or an all-wheel drive model, but because touring is supposed to be more practical, they're only going to offer it with X-Drive. Still, it is switchable X-Drive, so if you want to turn off the four-wheel drive system so it's rear-wheel drive only and drive like a complete hooligan, you can. In fact, if you want to see me driving like a complete hooligan in an M3, here you go. See? The touring will be driftable, no problem at all. Actually, the touring model might be a little bit more difficult to drift in the saloon because it's heavier, and a lot of that weight is at the rear because you've got those larger body panels and extra glass. Actually, the weight is 1,865 kilos, which is 85 kilos more than the saloon, which is already quite heavy to start with. To be fair, to compensate for the extra weight and the different weight distribution, BMW has tweaked the settings of the car's sport suspension. Needless to say, the added weight of the saloon does affect performance ever so slightly. So the saloon M3 X-Drive can do 0 to 60 in 3.5 seconds. This touring, it's 3.6 seconds. Though in reality the car will probably go quicker than that. When I tested a normal rear-wheel drive M3 competition, which is supposed to do 0 to 60 in 3.8 seconds, I actually got a time of 3.6 seconds. So if you use that maths, this new touring M3 should be able to do 0 to 60 in 3.4 seconds, most likely. And if that prediction is true, it will mean that this car is quicker at accelerating than its key rival, the Audi RS4. Best time I've had out of one of those is 0 to 60 in 3.6 seconds. To be fair, the Audi RS4 is down on power. Its 2.9 litre twin-turbo V6 puts out just 450 horsepower. What the BMW really has to worry about is the forthcoming Mercedes-AMG C63. So that uses a 2 litre turbocharged 4-cylinder petrol engine, which puts out 450 horsepower, so the same horsepower as the Audi RS4. However, the Mercedes also benefits from an electric motor, which provides a further 200 horsepower for a combined 650 horsepower. And with that much more grunt and the instant response from an electric motor, it's likely the Mercedes will be quicker from 0 to 60 than the BMW. Sorry, BMW fanboys. The new M3 Touring has also set a lap record around the Nürburgring for production estate cars. It did a lap in just 7 minutes and 35 seconds. That's 10 seconds quicker than the old record, which was set by an AMG E63S estate back in 2017. That's not even the best bit. This lap time is only 15 seconds slower than the brand new M4 CSL, and that's the quickest production car BMW has ever tested around the Nordschleife. If you want to see more about the bonkers M4 CSL, then you can watch my video by clicking on the pop-out banner, which should be appearing in the top right hand corner of the screen now. If you can't see it, there's a link in the description too. If you're interested in this BMW M3 Touring and you want to see what I think of it when I drive it, make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit the bell icon to turn your notifications on. That way you won't miss it when I finally release my review on this new car. Acceleration is one thing. What about top speed? Well, the normal BMW M3 Competition Touring is limited to 155 miles an hour. However, you can increase the top speed to 174 miles an hour if you pay extra for the optional M Drivers Pack. Bizarrely though, if you fit that pack to the normal M3 Competition Saloon, then you get a top speed of 180 miles an hour. Not entirely sure why the Touring is slower. Where the Touring is faster than the Saloon is the responses from its infotainment system, because it gets the new iDrive 8, which has an upgraded processor and a glorious widescreen curved display, just like in the i4 and the iX. There's also fewer buttons as well. Many are now touch sensitive controls, just like in those two electric cars. To be fair, eventually the saloon version of the M3 will get that system, but not for now. One thing the saloon will never get is the Touring's really useful split tailgate. This is an iconic part of a BMW touring car. Also, the boot capacity of the Touring is 500 litres, which is 20 litres more than the Saloon, and it is easier to load because the opening is much wider than on the Saloon's boot. So then, if you're interested in this new
Hello, Doom Kingdom. Hi. Sponsor ke ni? You do. Ikan. I do have sponsor though. The link is in description or something, I don't know.
new M3 Touring, when can you buy it? Well, you can actually place an order from September this year. Production will start in November, which means that deliveries won't actually take place probably until early 2023.
Disgustingly fine now, dan eh.
Konnichiwa.
南平原の先にある海岸の町は釣れる
こそでしょ、今こそだもんね。
いやだってあれはさ、まあラスだけどトップと6000点しか変わんないから。
まあ3万もいってないし、
まだ
Aku pun terkejut weh.
並んだ。
私が頑張って追いついただけなんだよね。
これあれですよ。
ごいよねそれ。
3万点届かなければ続きますか？
そう、何入3万点いかなかったら何入です。
やばいな。
一人のやりたかった何入だよ。
やったじゃん。
やったね。
半ちゃんがしたんですかね。
やっとだ、これ。これ、
乱入を半ちゃんとは言うのかな？
言わない言わない。言わない言わない。
絶対に言わないから。
いやーちょっと今のは油断しました。テンパれてもなかったから
油断した時に負けんなよ。
いやー血詰まってると思わんじゃん。
まあね。だってさっきそれでやられてんだもん。やり返そうと思うやん。
あ
別に
倍返し。
同じ手でやり返したいという思い。
倍返し
びっくり
です。
しました。
でも、まあ、たまたまなんだけどね。もう来ると思ってなかったから。
あるある。最後
私たち大体たまたまだからね。
希望を捨ててないってこと。希望を捨ててないで最後まで頑張ったってこと。
そっかそっか。頑張ったでしょってこと。
そう、
私
諦めたら負けだから。
やった。
うん
素晴らしか
偉い
ったです。見事です。
頑張れて偉い。
嬉しい。やった。じゃあ青い稲妻歌っちゃおうかな。
歌ってくれ。歌ってよ歌ってよ。
ないからね。
あんま
聞きたい
知らない
聞きたい。
知らないのに隣から流れてきたからさ。
ひなりん歌枠とかやらないでしょだって。
なんで？
たまにやるぐらい。
あ、そうなんだ、やってるんだ。
たま
なんか
にだけだよ。
ガンダム、
でも
そういえばガンダム歌ってたわ。
そう
かわいい
ガンダム好きなんだ。
ガンダム好き宇宙世紀っていうやつが好きですね。
ガンダムニストだから
わかん
ね。
ね
宇宙世紀ガンダムはアムロとシャア？
世界線その
え。世界線なんだ
そう。
カイさんしかわかんねえや。
開始だよ。
いきなりマジでいいじゃん。いきなり食いつくじゃん。
かった。ごめん、食いついてきた。怖っ。急にタックルしてきた。
気持ちがいい。
キャラクターの名前しかわかんない。カ
カイ
イさんっているよ
さんしか知らないっ
ね。
て言ったから開始伝のとこ行ったと思って今ちょっと一瞬自分の中で新感なんだけど。
タックルしてきたね。
びっくりする。
でもまさいるよね。でもカイさんっていうキャラクターいるよね。
まさか開始伝で来ると思うからさこっちは構えてなかったってわけ。
瞬間湯沸かしきじゃん。
構えてなかったってわけ。
ペトロ並みに早かった。
あ、やってるなこれは。
怖い怖い。
構えてなかったってわけ。
そう
ってわけ。
びっくりした。
あー違うんだよね。
それ上がらせたら何にもないよ。
オッケー。
オッケーじゃないんだよ。
オッケー。
オッ
ちょっと
ケー。
上がらせてもらっていいですか。そんな。
いやもう大丈夫です
そ
大丈夫です。
んな大した手じゃない。本当に
大丈夫です
大した手じゃないじゃん。
大丈夫です
いやー違うんだよ。
いやもう絶対大丈夫です。絶対に大丈夫です。
これで一旦どっしり座ってもらって。
結構結構です。
どうですか。
やっ
もうちょっとそれは
これ。
もうこっちも怖いわ。勝
怖い
手に音でしてるし。
これまさか当たんないよね。びっくりした。
お
これ違う。
え、終わりってこと？
それ欲しかったや
終わりってこと？あ、終わったわ。普通に。
つ。
嘘でしょ。
この
まあ2だから
中にちょっとやっちゃったな。
2
失敗
だからいっか。。
Shot sendiri lah kamu. Ui, pedas. Kau pedas, pedas.
Go Web! Fly! Up, up, and away, Web! Go! Go! Go, Web, go! Ah!
Gan main. Dia
Just
hius.
breaking your teeth, that's the accident.
I don't want to fight you, Flash.
I wouldn't want to fight you neither. Jesus, Parker, you are a freak.
These are the years when a man changes into the man he's going to become the rest of his life. Just be careful who you change into.
Are you afraid that I'm gonna turn into some kind of criminal? Quit worrying about me, okay? Something's different. I'll figure it out. Stop lecturing me, please.
Right.
Now get out of here.
Thanks.
Hey, what the hell?
Put the money in the bag.
Go! Go!
What about my generous proposal? Are you in or are you out?
It's you who's out, Gobby.
Out of my territory.
Wrong answer.
Oh, great.
No one says no to me.
Why, Peter, you're bleeding.
Oh, yeah, I stepped off a curb and got clipped by one of those bike messengers.
Oh, that looks awful.
It's nothing.
I'll get the first aid kit.
How did you say that happened?
Bike messenger. Knocked me down.
Excuse me, I've got to be going.
This is why only fools are heroes. Because you never know when some lunatic will come along with a sadistic choice. We are who we choose to be. Now,
The gunman.
Peter, don't you hurry. I think you're beautiful.
What the man? Oh no. What the fuck? I just clicked. Mr. J. Hi. I don't know what and how, but you guys down bad. Hi. Hi.
あ、しゅうくん。しゅうくん。しゅうくん。sorry, English. English わかんない。お父さん、卵かけご飯食べたいです。寝たの？寝たの？ あ、おっさくんだった。間違え
You'll just don't ban.
た。あ、北本さん、久しぶり。お元気でしたか？変わりはありませんか？
Seram dah aku tengok dia ni.
寝た、よかった。
She has no description like.
おやすみの
Tak ada apa kat bawah
挨拶ライブ
tu.
でした。
There's no sponsor.
はい
Hmm.
じゃあ皆さんおやすみなさい。皆さん出会えたことが運だと思って私は出ます。バイバイ。
Mana pakai daun ban.
やってるから寝ます。バイバイ。
Ambil bunch of rock. Seram tu. Mereka.
Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Neil and welcome back to Beam NG Drive. In today's episode, we have yet another Spencer Johnson creation. This one goes by the name of Downhill Endurance. And I gotta say, man, that is a perfect name for this map. This is a straight car destroyer. This is what this map is. Spencer's kind of got a knack for it, I would say. If you look at his archive of maps, you might notice a theme. The man is the master of destruction. So let's see what we have in store for
Master
us.
of destruction, what's wrong with you?
Just some ramps in the middle of the road. This is a lot steeper than it probably looks, by the way. Like, look at this. It's pretty steep. Anyway, so you're going to be going quick. You got a dirt path with bumps, which are going to destroy. That pretty much rules out anything that's not an off-road car, I imagine. You got the bridge. Then you got the spikes of doom. This is the tire shredder. Then we have the tailbone breaker. Some green area, so that's a nice change of pace. But there's ramps in the middle, so you're still going to die. Then we got more rocks. Then we got like a ultra-realistic off-road desert setting. Then we have the crates, not a Spencer map without the crates. Then more suspension destruction, a half pipe that's pink. Ramps, you probably don't want to hit these. They're just going to send you straight off the map. Then we have an ice section. Of course we do. Oh, God. Hopefully we can slow down in time for pipes. And it look fly over the top. And I think that's we're even going to make it. Can we get a like
When you
on
3D
this
animate,
video? I
they'll
know.
be like,
Everybody wants a car here.
So 3D model eh? We don't do
just to
much.
see how it goes. There's a lot of echo on this map. I love it. And oh. Okay, that was unavoidable. And now we're just along for the ride, unfortunately. I feel like I could do that again and maybe miss it. Oh, wait, no, we're under control again. There we go. Okay, you don't want to miss this bridge here, because if you're going fast, that dirt part's going to mess you up. And there we go. The suspension, or the tailbone destroyer, is what got us there. We skid on our roof through the entire grass section straight into the rocks. And that is what happens. That is what happens. This thing's still running? Technically, it's still running. We're not going anywhere, but, you know, technically, it's still rolling. We'll make it eventually, right? All right, let's try that again. Only this time, let's beeline it to the side here. I think I see a path that I can take. Yes! All right, now we gun it and hope that these speed bumps don't screw us up. Oh, no! I thought I had it. But yeah, this is, I think we're pretty much going to have to use, basically, I guess we could try to find a car with, like, maybe a higher suspension. But I think street cars are pretty much out of the equation. But I know you guys want to see it, so before we go on to, like, more off-road oriented vehicles here, let's try...
No, don't.
the Scintilla. The GTS
Don't.
course. This is my favorite one. This is going to go horribly. But honestly, I kind of just want to crash this thing, so we're going to do it. Oh my god, this thing is loud. Why did I hit that? That doesn't count. Alright, let's not lose control. This is not the map you want to lose control on, or maybe it is. And the first speed bump takes us out. Who saw that coming? Not me. Look at us fly through the air. Oh god. We're getting some bouncing in here, fellas. Oh, the camera. Oh no, we're gonna fall out of the map. Just wedged. Is the door still open? Come on. You're gonna open for me. Uh-oh. I need a can opener. All right, here we go. Ooh. There we go. Good enough. All right, one more. Let's just launch it off this ramp. Ooh, full speed. Are we gonna hit that? Oh, that's gonna be close. I think we're just barely gonna miss it. Yep. Hey, she still runs. Kind of.
Kinda.
Now we just have to roll. Uh-oh, something caught fire.
Man, I
Oh
love
no.
this.
That's $200,000 to $300,000 rolling down this map right now, unfortunately. It looks like we're gonna stop in the grass though, maybe. Oh! Hey, there we go. Oh wait, no, we're gonna make it to the rocks. Ow, okay. And we're bursting into flames as well. So overall, I would say we are dead out of, I think, might have a little bit more ground clearance. Streetcar. Have a little bit more clearance to get over to the map. There we go. Yeah, it's fine. Beautiful. And now we just get to cruise. Hope this stuff doesn't tear us apart. No, it looks like we're going to handle it just fine. And weave through there. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, uh-oh. No, no, no. Get back on the ground. We do not want air right now. Oh, okay, okay. Oh, that was just like a foot off. Oh, no. Hey, you know, at least we made it a little bit farther this time. We are frictionless right now. Uh-oh. Can we hit the tube? Oh, no, that would have been so satisfying. Okay, I think this might actually be doable. If I can keep this thing on the ground as much as possible, but at the same time, I want to keep up my speed as much as possible. So I guess, you know, I'm going to gamble and just hope that I can come back down to Earth long enough to get control over this thing. There we go. Looking good, looking good, looking good. Don't hit that ramp, don't hit that ramp. Oh, stuff's breaking. No! I wonder if there's a... I wonder if I... Maybe I'm going to go towards the right this time. Maybe there's not such a big hump on this side. I haven't really been over here yet. I do need to keep it in the middle right here, though, because that... Oh, no! What caught us that time? It's like sometimes it has enough clearance, but sometimes it doesn't. Oh, man. We are along for a crazy ride this time. Good thing for the roll cage, right? I don't know if that's going to help us too much in this particular scenario, but... That sounds so cool. Alright, let's not get clipped this time. Okay, I guess we're just getting clipped every single time. Oh, man. I'll try one more time. Actually, let's go to the left until we get over the bridge. How about that? And then we swing it to the right, because this worked. Going on this side worked last time. There we go. And then when we get to the green, then let's try. There we go. Is there a ramp over here as well? Ooh, there is, but it's not as big. I didn't feel it as much. There we go. Okay, okay, this is uncharted territory. Which way do I go? Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Slow down, slow down, slow down. There we go. Uh-oh. Oh, no. This is gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt. Oh. Oh, man. So how close were we? Actually, you know, it's cool to go through there, but honestly, I should probably try to avoid it because it's pretty much just a straight shot onto the right side. So we had this section, the trees, which is going to suck, the craters, which is going to suck, the sand dune, the rock things, which is going to suck. But besides that, after that, we're pretty much home free. Is this straight up mud? I think it is. All right, so let's try a D series. Should I try a regular D series first? I guess I probably should. Just to see how this thing... this might be a little bit easier to control because it might not be going down the hill quite as fast as the rally car. But let's try it anyway. These speed bumps shouldn't be a problem, right? Yeah, okay. I think we lost our front bumper or something, but it still feels okay. Oh, don't hit the tailboat destroyer. The rocks. Oh, okay, okay, yeah. Oh no. It flat. Oh. think like half our tires got flattened. Are we still okay though? Can we keep driving? I can't steer. And that's pretty much the cab's gonna fall off. There it goes. Yeah, I think, oh, the cab's gonna make it. I think just normal cars is just not gonna cut it. So we need to start going with some actually off-road oriented vehicles. And why don't we start with like the worst one? Actually, depending on how you look at it, maybe the best one. The off-road Scintilla. I mean, this thing is pretty freaking capable off-road. So this might actually work pretty darn well. And it handles like an absolute beast. So let's see if this can do it. So far, so good. Really good, actually. And it's very fast, as you can tell. That tree section is gonna suck. Hey, no, what clipped us? What caught us? Get back on the tires. We can still finish this, buddy. Come on. We still got, Oh, why'd I hit reset?
Reset.
We're gonna land back on the tires. Whoa. It's like a 3D effect on this. Whoa. Kaleidoscope. I love it. This looks like something out of like 2001 Space Odyssey or something. Whoa. The Tesseract.
3D effect.
All right, let's try this thing one more time. I want to give it the best shot possible here. That route felt pretty good. I guess one of the rocks caught us. I couldn't really tell. I'm just gonna kind of coast for a while. This is coasting, by the way. Is it one of these big rocks right here? Yeah, that caught us pretty bad. Oh, wait, no, it was the crates. I think we just don't have enough clearance still, because it's still a supercar, so it's still fairly low to the ground for an off-road vehicle. We still got a lot of speed, my goodness. Oh, hey, you took that right on the chin, though. I will say that. All right, let's try like the biggest off-road we got. I guess that would probably be the pre-runner or the super pit. Let's try the pre-runner. I feel like this one's gonna have pretty good luck with this. Most of the bumps we probably won't even feel with this thing. So I think this might be our best shot at this. If we can get the route down, and it's not super fast. I'm worried about trying to avoid stuff, though. We can't exactly turn on a dime. But look at us just fly over all these obstacles here. These rocks aren't going to do anything to us. Yeah, of course not. A little bit of air. What about these? These have been a problem. Nothing at all. So we can just coast straight through.
Nothing.
Now this might be a problem. Should probably slow down. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Land it. No! Get back on the tires. Get back on. Oh, no. Get back on the 2 tires. How many tires are left? Oh, we only got 2. Are we going to make it through the tree section? Oh, we bounced off one. Oh, I feel like this is doable with this thing for sure, though. Oh, I want to hit that ramp so bad, but I'm not going. Oh. Never mind. I did want to hit it. Forget how wide this boy is for sure. And there we go. Whoa. Why did that?
Why is Soda is in my chat? What the heck are you doing? Ui, tak boleh dah. Walaupun aku dah tidur, aku nak tidur lagi. Yup, that's me. Nak tidur dah. Pakar. $3.5? You guys are down bad. Do not buy CBR 500 R. God damn it. Yeah. Sejuk lagi.
Historically, Sony have always followed their main PlayStation console launches with slimmer versions about 3 to 4 years after their initial release. As their latest console, the PS5, is literally their largest ever, a slim version is sorely needed. But as it's so new, I think it's unfortunately going to be a while yet until we see a more compact version. However, I think it's going to be possible to make the present version slimmer. How slim? That slim? Maybe that slim? How about 2 centimeters? And for context, that's a fraction more than the thickness of a DVD. As we discovered in my previous PS5 videos, stripping away its casing to get to the internal components is relatively straightforward, leaving us with the PS5's motherboard and power supply. As you can see, the power supply alone takes up quite a bit of space, and I'm really not sure what options I have to make it smaller yet, so I'm going to brush it under the rug to deal with later. Focusing on the main motherboard, the scale of the challenge remains, as this alone still measures about 5.5 centimeters thick, which is just over 2 inches. Remember, my target is 2 centimeters, so I've got quite a way to go, but thankfully most of this thickness comes from the cooling heatsink, which has given me an idea, though one that requires us to go deeper still. Off it comes. As you can see, the heatsink makes contact with the main processor, in this case an SoC, to cool it, as this is where the majority of the heat comes from. It's a lot of heat as well, almost 200 watts. That's as much as a slow cooker on high heat, but from a tiny surface area. This is presumably why Sony have opted to use a liquid metal to act as a thermal bridge between the SoC and the heatsink, as it's much more effective at transferring heat than traditional thermal pastes. As it's conductive to electricity as well though, I'll have to clean it off for now so that it doesn't spill onto any surrounding components in the meantime. Shiny. So with the steel shrouding and heatsink removed, things are looking a bit more promising, as the motherboard itself is surprisingly thin. We're not out of the woods yet though, because turning it on in this state would mean that it would obviously just instantly overheat and die. So we need to figure out a way of dealing with all of this heat, but in a much slimmer form factor. We can look towards desktop computers for some inspiration for this, as a common compact way to cool their processors effectively is to use water cooling blocks. These are simply mounted on top of heat generating components, allowing water to be pumped through them to wick away the heat. While they are much smaller than heatsinks, this advantage diminishes somewhat when the tubing is attached, as even when bent over, almost 6 centimeters of headroom is still required, with right angle fittings not improving matters either. So a little creativity is in order. You see, while the top part of the water block is an important functional component of it, it's actually the copper base plate that does most of the heavy lifting. This has many small channels cut into it to increase the surface area in contact with water at any one time, drastically improving thermal transfer. As you can see, this in itself is pretty thin, and so long as we can get water to and from it effectively, we might be in with a chance here. So my plan is to build a custom water channeling system with a new material for me, copper sheeting. Sorry brass. I've got 3 thicknesses here in order to make a copper sandwich, with the middle layer being the thickest at 3mm. For some reason, copper in sheet form is ridiculously expensive, and these sheets alone cost almost as much as the PS5 itself. So a big thank you to my Patreon supporters who donate to the channel to keep me making these crazy projects. You guys rock. Now the first step in making this custom channeling is to trim down the first layer with a slot to fit around the various ports. Well, we've already hit our first snag. The power connector that fits into the power supply is rather tall, so that needs to go. Much better. Now it's vitally important that the cooling
Bah. Right. Sleep time or something. I don't know. Falling star. Thank you. Hello there.
block touches the PS5 processor directly, which means that it's necessary to cut out a hole for it in this first layer, refining it to the correct shape with a file. Despite this, the rather thick rim of the block still pushes the fins too far away, preventing them from being flush with the rest of the copper. So it's time for some more cutting. No going back.
No going back, holy cow.
Perfect. There are 3 components that still impact this layer, stopping it from lying flat, but they can be dealt with by drilling a few holes. Speaking of holes, now that this layer does lie flat, it's possible to mark where the motherboard mounting holes are in order to add some...
Wow, PS5. What is wow about PS5? PS5 is PS5. Shut up.
brass pillar supports for them. That these are brass is not a coincidence. They need to be made watertight, and to do this I'm going to solder them to the copper itself with a blowtorch. These have thankfully ended up accurate enough for the motherboard to rest on them fairly loosely, meaning that there shouldn't be any pressure when it's screwed on properly later. Now, in order to direct the water from the intake to the cooling block and then round and out again, we're going to bring into play the middle copper layer, which, if you remember, is twice as thick at 3mm. The water channel is going to be cut from this, with the path I've sketched out following the same route. The reason why it doesn't need any attached. So here we have the finished article. When it's mounted to the third layer, which will simply be a blank lid, water will be pumped over the CPU, round and out again, with a small amount of water entering the micro channel, in and out. So we've now reached a pivotal moment. The chamber plan for this was to simply use the blowtorch, heat up an air for oven. Now my thinking here is where the first thing I'm going to do here is prepare 2 pieces of copper by tinning them with some solder, and then some crocodile clips can be used to clamp them together. These put a constant squeezing pressure against both sides, which should be helpful when the solder melts, and it will not anyway, means that cool as well. So this again requires the layer. You may have noticed I'm doing the bottom and middle layers first, just in case something goes wrong. But success! It's a bit gooey from the flux, but the 2 layers are definitely joined together now. One thing I realised though is that it would have been all too easy for the mini channel to have filled up with solder, which would have blocked it. So to protect it from the next batch of soldering, I'm filling it with a type of silicone grease. It resists these temperatures well enough and more afterwards. As the middle isn't being squeezed by the crocodile clips, I'm wedging in some metal to provide some central pressure. PS5 water block made with hand tools, and as you can see, it now features some barbed inlet and outlet ports, which I soldered in place separately for attaching some tubing later. To get the grease out, I'm using a syringe to force it out with the alcohol. As I've bunged up the main channel, it has nowhere to go but through the small channel, which is why it's very stubborn, but after soaking it for a few hours, it finally bursts free. This needs to be done several times before the alcohol runs clear, after which I can follow it up with a diluted acid mix to clear out any of the remaining flux from the inside with the help of a water pump. Now, as you can see, there is one part conspicuously missing here, which is the cooling block. I've left it out until now, again for fear of the channels getting filled with solder, and I'm using the last of the grease to jam these full of it to hopefully prevent solder from taking its place. And again, once all of the grease and gunk has been cleared out, yes! Mission accomplished! Okay, so with this is now airtight, which in itself has about that. Present internal component and won't board in place though. System, the steel some flash to the cooling name with the as for the SO sent overspill sink tact, and in addition though this components, but with pass to link the rod whenever heat is inside the hollow with a wick covering to cooler areas where my new heating. So what's not much they can, and I was the and it. Where's the power supply consoles? Well, in the past 2 PlayStation Slim releases, they drastically lowered the console's overall power consumption, which meant that their internal power supplies could be much smaller, though capable of delivering far lives over one option power to an external power brick to make them smaller. A strategy to push things to the extreme here. So it's a thick wire to the PS5 that between the barbed connectors and cooling block, which also provides grounding to the chassis. Used the cook together, I power butted the P's with a tube. Elf does anchor it. Get the PS. I've used my trusty proof into addition by going into the back a unique, refreshing aesthetic. 9 centimeters. We've actually beaten my 2 centimeter goal, and it's now a fraction of the thickness of the original. Forms well, which, as you know, is if it's going to have to handle cooling as well, which makes things challenging. You'll notice with this build is that it's taken a lot of used hand here, but that's okay, because making your PS5 slimmer be on 2.0, which apparent being that effective cool PS5's alternative. Lining certainly paid off.
Okay. That's enough. That's enough sponsor video for today. You guys doing good? Doing alright? And bling. Why I'm not blinking? Why I'm not blinking? Ah, okay. Hummer. But can I show you? Oh dear. Okay. Bye-bye. Mereka sana tak update the Among Us. Bye-bye. See you guys later. I don't know. Bye.